or you can add your questions into the chat. So first things first, if you guys are wondering, I'm just going to jump onto the well, and there will be a banner being posted very shortly providing an update and change. So what is actually happening is, I think a few of you use Proofpoint. Any hands up? Or I'll pick on Sylvia. Sylvia, do you use Proofpoint at all when it comes to your day-to-day work?
Like the well docs, you mean?
No. So when I'm referring to is Proofpoint Secure Share.
Oh, very rarely.
So if you have, okay. So if you do have large documents that you need to send via email, and let's say it's internally or externally, a lot of you will use Proofpoint, and you'll go to that link there and you'll select Proofpoint and then go ahead and send that large document. So there are some staff that send out documents with videos, maybe with the policing teams, et cetera, or to external providers, maybe Stepping Stones, just using that as an example. So in past, you would have used a system called Proofpoint. Proofpoint is going to be discontinued as of September 30th. So if you guys are wondering, that's a week and a little bit. So our replacement tool, if you're wondering, and you can go to the well, I have instructions here. If you go to Proofpoint Secure Share, these 3 drop-down sections provide instructions and process notes on how to use OneDrive. OneDrive is a system that is going to replace Proofpoint. So again, this is only one-for-one. We're moving OneDrive in place of Proofpoint to share large files externally. Okay. So there's 2 ways to share these files. One way or one method is to go into your Internet Explorer, so or your File Explorer, sorry. So that's your yellow folder here at the bottom. And if I go into it, I've created 2 file folders here just for an example for today. So one being file sharing external, that's edit access, and then one file sharing external read only. So the way to create a folder is just right clicking in the body of the space here, and then going into new, and then hit folder, and then you can go ahead and create your folders. The reason why I labeled it file sharing external is it allows for better organization of how you're sharing your files. We don't want to get to a point where we have any breaches where you're sharing individual files or confidential files with external resources by accident. So it's best to identify at your top level of your yellow folders when sharing or using OneDrive. Okay. And for a lot of you, when you go into this yellow folder here, you should have a label here with a cloud and it says OneDrive. This is where you're going to be creating that folder in order to share externally. Okay, so I separated it out by edit access and read only access because I know there's been some questions in some of the housing teams and prior trainings where I know that they wanted to kind of organize some of the files where they only have for read only and then some files for edit access. And you'll see that a little bit later as we go through the training here. So if I go into my file sharing external edit access, what this means is when I start to share these folders, staff or external users will be able to edit the documents that I'm sharing. So I've created in this example a bunch of file folders that are associated to companies, and this is in the telephone industry, so Bell, for example. If I am sharing files instead of using Proofpoint because they are large files and I have to share them externally with Bell Canada, what you're going to be doing is you're going to create the yellow folder. Again, you just go right click into the open space, hit new, and then you're just going to select folder. And I have this folder Bell. Okay, so I'm going to right click on the folder Bell, and then I'm going to hit this icon and it's going to say share. So if I want to share this with a specific user, whether they're internally or externally, so I'm going to pretend to share this document with my personal at-home email. So if I select that, now I can select it, and you're going to see the first notification or alert is this person is outside of my organization. So that shows that I am sharing this document externally. And when I want to provide the types of access, I'm going to select this pencil. So I have a check mark on can edit, can view, or can't download. So anything in this folder I've put in as edit access just for my labeling and organization of these files. So I've selected can edit. And what you can do from here is actually say or use the templated email here. Hey, Sean, please complete files. Okay, and then I can hit send, and the person that you're sending it to will receive an automated email with this information in the body, along with the link to access anything within this folder here within Bell. Okay, I can also copy the link and send it to them through the email as well, but I can create the email from scratch rather than using this template here. Okay, so those are a couple options there, and I suggest that you put your access on this high level folder. With that said, you can also provide exact or specific access to a specific file within a folder. So again, you're just going to right click on the file, and then you're going to hit share, and you're going to get the exact same screen or setup on how you want to share that document or whom you want to share this document with. Okay. Whenever you're sharing anything externally, you have 30 days maximum, or that file will expire with those individuals that you are sharing externally and or internally. You will get an email notification giving you that heads up that the file is nearing expiration, so you can renew the expiration for another 30 days if you want to, based on the emails that you receive. Okay. Any questions so far? I'm going to pick on you, Sylvia. Anything so far from your end?
Nope.
Okay.
No questions.
Okay, so that's how you'd share files, again, from your File Explorer portion here. And if I want to go ahead and remove access from somebody, you're going to right click on the folder or the file specifically. And what you're going to do here is you're going to go into Manage Access. And if I want to remove, I've provided access to Imran prior. If I want to remove this access, I just have to click into here, click on the arrow, direct access can edit, and then select can edit again, and then remove direct access. So now he'll no longer have access once I select remove direct access. Okay, so this is the File Explorer option when it comes to removing, or when it comes to the replacement of Proofpoint, which is OneDrive, for any large files that you want to share externally and or internally. Okay. There is also another method that I'm going to show you here. So what you can do, this is the browser version, and I'm going to show you. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into Edge, and then you can select these 9 dots, which are called a waffle. So you can select that, and then you're going to see OneDrive, and you're going to select OneDrive, and then you're going to see a bunch of files here, and then you're going to go into My Files, and that's where we're going to work out of. You can access it that way, or what you can do is you can go into Google and then type in, once you have Google open, you're going to go into OneDrive, or you're going to search for OneDrive, and then you're going to go into sign in, and you'll use your email. So I'll just use my wellington.ca email. I'm going to hit next, and it goes directly into my OneDrive, but on the browser version. And then I'm going to select My Files. And then from there, again, you're going to see the 2 file folders that I created. If you need to create a new file folder for file sharing, again, you want to utilize the labeling of file sharing and external, so you can quickly identify that you are sharing these documents externally. And then you're going to hit Add New Plus. And then if you select folder, you'll be able to create a net new folder. Okay, so if I want to share this folder here, file sharing external dash edit access, with a company externally, I'm going to use the same example here with Bell. I'm going to select the folder that I want to share. Again, they're going to have access to every file within the folder. So if you're giving access to folders, they'll have access to the entire folder and the files within the folder. If you need to give specific access to somebody just for one file, you're going to go into that file, and then you're going to select share. And we're going to hit the exact same screen that we hit earlier, where you're going to enter the email address of that user that you're planning to share with. You can provide a brief description in the body of this templated email, and you can hit send and or copy the link and then place that link into your email. And then when you select the pencil, this will give you the properties within Access, whether it's can view, can edit, can view, or can't download. Again, that's providing access from a document level. We suggest, if you can, to make things easier for you, providing the access from the high level folder. So again, I'd select here, and then I can either hit share up top, or I can use this button here, hit share, and we're going to hit this exact same screen on how to share. Okay. And again, if I want to manage access on this Bell folder and remove Imran, for example, I'm just going to go into this folder here and select this arrow. Then I'm going to click these three dots, ellipses for more actions, and then I'm going to go into manage access, and I see Imran's name here. So I'm going to select his name, direct access, can edit. Then I'm going to change the can edit to remove direct access. Okay. Again, Imran is only going to have access to this Bell folder for 30 days, and I'm going to get a notification anywhere between, I think it's around day 20, 25 to see if I want to provide an additional set of 30 days for access. So something to be aware of. And again, when you're using your OneDrive, you can only access it through your Edge browser. And this process, if you guys are wondering, is more so for short-term sharing, and it's really just replacing Proofpoint. So if you're sending documents externally right now through Outlook, keep your processes as is. This process is more for large size files, large videos, large documents that you're working with externally. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have when it comes to the information around OneDrive and using OneDrive. I'm going to open up where the locations of resources are. So if you go into the well, you can go into tools and resources and then Microsoft Work applications. And then if you scroll down here, you're going to see everything related to OneDrive. And again, the process notes are here, separated out by File Explorer and web browser when it comes to OneDrive. So I'm going to paste this link in the group chat so you guys have access to it. And then again, there's another way to look for this information is if you go into Proofpoint Secure Share here, this link in My Links, and then at the top, you're going to notice the notification as of September 30th, Proofpoint Secure Share will be discontinued. And then there's instructions on how to do any type of sharing within OneDrive via File Explorer or web browser versions as well. So if you click into it, you're going to have all your screenshots available to you if you ever need it or ever need to resource it. Okay, so I'm going to also paste this link into the chat. And then I'm going to go around round table. Lori, any